3, 2, 1, go. Richard Nikoley again. Greetings. The blog is freetheanimal.com and social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, links at the blog. Another one of my kind of turning out to be daily videos. This falls under the category of an accompanying video for the post that I just put up, which is a doozy. It's called Radical Life, the story from deep and rural Thailand. This is the post that tells the whole story. It's an overview. I mean, within it there's probably 100 or more, sub stories. So I don't get into excruciating detail too much. In some cases I do. But it tells the story of how, I was in Chiang Mai for a few months, 3 months, January, February, March, April, 4 months. And I've been here for 3. So a little bit about that, and then mostly about the 3.5 months since I've been here in rural Thailand. As I've mentioned before, it's in the province of Phuket, southern area on the border with Surin province, and Cambodia is not too far away, and we're out in the rice paddies. I walked the kids to school today. I think it's about 400 meters down the road, less than a half a kilometer. Walked them down to school, which is quite fun. Them in uniform, and this farang with his coffee, walking them along, talking to them in English, and having them kind of like, they don't understand half, but every day it's a little bit more. I also tell the story of Ninja. He's the 5-year-old boy. Chili is 11, Wasabi is 10, the 2 girls, Yui's kids, and her sister Nun has Ninja, the 5-year-old boy, and he's too young and too shy to talk in English, but I believe he understands more. I tell the story of how the other night I went out everybody was down at the market, which is a daily thing, 365, to get food for dinner. They get food, they cook it. That's the daily thing. There is a refrigerator. There's even a big ice thing that we ice delivery every day. 40 baht for a what is it? It's about 10 kilo sack of ice. Truck delivery, like 6 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so they're down there and it's dusk, and Ninja is out on the patio. He's fiddling with something at the table, and I come out and I say, just like I would say to you, I say, hey, want me to turn the light on? And he goes, yes. 5 years old. I tell Chili and Wasabi that he's going to leapfrog them because of his youth. And if you catch them before 7, chances are they will get the phonics correct. So he has a chance to be truly bilingual. And so within a few months, he'll be the one teaching English as he learns it, and then he can talk to them, kind of one-up them or something, make it a competition. I don't know how it will go. I tried initially to do like formalized stuff and phonics. It's boring, so it's more just dynamic stuff. I just talk to them. They come and talk to me, they try. So more and more they try to, formulate a sentence and talk to me. The biggest problem with Thais is they don't finish the words. So, they always leave off the last part of the sound. So I tried with that, like Chili came to me and she was looking for something. I figured out that she wanted a tool. So I'm like, you want a tool? Yes, tool. So I get her to start to get the end of it in, accentuate it, right? And then say it fast, tool, right? So that's working. It's working well, right? So anyway, there's about 44 pictures in this post, maybe 2,000 words. I didn't do a word count on it. So it goes into the build, how I built a house in 2.5 months, being my own general contractor, even with Thai laborers, 3 to 4 every day. It's cash on the barrel at the end of the day, 500 baht. And going rate here in the village is about 350. So I was paying them over the amount. 350 baht's about $11 a day US. This is arbitrary because it's what people make. I was paying 500 baht, which is about $16 a day. So, you know, that's the way it works. And I also tell the story about how I financed her sister Noon's restaurant down in Lalom, the village. And from day one, they're making about 60% or more net profit on gross sales, right? And so their profit, their net profit's about 1,000 baht per day after cost of goods sold and overhead calculations. So that's a run rate of 30,000 baht net per month. You say, well, how much is that in dollars? Well, how much is it in euros? How much is it in whatever, you know, yen? It doesn't matter. It's arbitrary. So here's the perspective: is that the average wage in Thailand is about 10,000 to 15,000 baht per month. Noon was making 15,000 per month as an employee at a women's cosmetics store in Surin, an hour and a half away. So she only got to see her kid Ninja, who lives here. She only got to see him like a couple times a week on the weekends when she wasn't working, right? And then if she did come, they'd drive after, she'd get off work like 7 or 8 at night. They'd drive here, which is an hour and a half, right? And then she's got to be up in the morning and to work by 9 or 10, right? So that was hard. So now, you know, they live here in one of the 4 rooms in the house I built. I financed the restaurant, and she's making double what she was making in Surin. And I'm telling you, it wasn't a huge amount of capital, right? I mean, it sounds bigger than it really is in terms of dollars from an American, you know. And I didn't take an equity position. I don't want to be in the restaurant business. It's a loan. Now I'm working on starting a clothing boutique with Yui. So the goal is, and the post goes all into this, the goal is to get the whole family self-sufficient. We've got a nice house now. It's the best in the village. Trying to get them out of the mindset of being a poor person to a middle-class person is really the hardest part of it, really. That's creating friction, actually. So, but you have to be patient. So we're working on all of that. About 44 pictures, some funny stories. Let's see, let me just scan through it really quick, see if I'm missing anything. Nah, not much. I show a picture of the green, called a white-lipped pit viper that I encountered across the street. I don't have a picture of the Monocle Cobra, which was right outside the kitchen door one morning. Now, it wasn't me who almost stepped on it. It was Ma, which is mom, Yui's mom. It was a baby one, about 10 inches long. But from what I understand, they bite too, and can really cause necrosis. The green one is venomous, but it's so prevalent here in Thailand that I hear that every medical clinic has anti-venom for that, so nobody dies from it. The cobras, yes, and if they don't die, it can cause really serious necrosis in the area of the bite. I've seen pictures with, you know, where the hand is a typical place to get bitten, and like this flesh is just rotted away down to the bone, right? It's not something to mess with here. It's amazing that there's not more. I see snakes all the time. I see I've seen more snakes here in the last 3 months than I've seen in my life. Many are not venomous, right? You see them crossing the road all the time, you know, especially out in the rains. They're trying to get away from the wet because they're cold-blooded. Well, you know, they're reptiles. It's cold relatively speaking. They don't run at 98.6 like a mammal. There's that. The other thing is, this is a crazy place for driving, man. It has, in terms of roadway fatalities, it's second in the world to Libya and first in the world in motorcycles, right? And out here, I was in Chiang Mai, it was bad enough. Out here is crazy. It's like they have a fatalistic attitude about driving. I've seen more motorcycle involved accidents here. Let's see, like 4 of them, including one which was a fatality that I got there like a minute after it happened, and more than I've seen in my whole 59 years elsewhere, right? And here I am driving a motorcycle out there, but I'll tell you, I'm very much presence of mind when I do. When I'm driving a motorcycle, that is all I'm thinking about and all I'm watching for, right? Because it's unpredictable. But the thing is you have to get used to the way they drive. You know, you're not going to change them. You have to adapt to the way they drive. It's a battlefield out there, right? So I hope I didn't just jinx myself right there, but that's the way it is. I show the plans of the house. It's about 400 square feet, 2 small rooms and a bathroom. It's 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a big kitchen, and a big sitting room now. So it was about 1,000 square foot addition, comes out at about 1,400 square feet. Total build cost about $30,000. I break that down a little bit. Amazing. It would be 200 in the US. Easy. It's really nice. It's all concrete and steel. Only wood is doors. Some doors. The others, we have commercial doors inside, like you know, boom, like you know, the glass and aluminum doors in stores. It's very cool. It's dark glass though, and on the bedroom's curtain inside. Anyway, I think we're good. Oh, and the housewarming party. I've already told the story about that, but 9 monks here and the food, I show that. So, and a couple pictures of the restaurant. Good juxtaposition with the kids here at a Mother's Day honoring at school down the road a couple weeks ago. All these kids, all these mothers, no masks, juxtaposed with the kids in plexiglass cages with masks on in Bangkok, in urban centers. So I guess here's how I ended. I guess the rural country kids and their mothers just aren't as informed, smart, and sophisticated as all the urban center Karen and Ken Lemmings, regurgitating and mimicking all the narrative slogans, bromides, and memes in the service of the general media, corporate and state propaganda machine. That's a good note to end it. Next time.